We'll add a little bit more beer to it, shall we?
Yeah. Where would food be without social media? And where would social media be without food? Both valid questions. Neither we're going to answer here today. Joining us today on the episode of Served, we have Rory Mac, Brand and Marketing Director at GymBox. Welcome to the show today. Looking forward to seeing what we can cook up. And also, as always, co-founder of G.O.A.T, Harry Hugo. Guys, greatest of all time burgers.
It's a good one, this one.
It's going to be good.
It's good. And Rory's packing a punch with it. He's brought actual meat rather than burger. I feel like a cheat.
Yeah.
Normally, I feel like I'm pushing a boat out, but
Maybe a little over ambitious, but we'll see how we go.
I'm going to try like a black pudding burger Big Mac.
Lovely.
So like double stack it, melted cheese, and then let's see what happens. Rory, what have you got?
That sounds good.
So I've got, you know what, I've tried to go gym meets kind of nightclub. I've got a protein burger.
Gym meets nightclub.
Yeah, gym meets. It's quite GymBox, kind of anything goes. So we're going to do a beer protein burger.
I love
Amazing.
that.
Well, look, guys, you've got 30 minutes on the clock. Looking forward to it. Let's go.
Right, Rory. Where did it all start? Social media. Like, how far back are we going? When did you join in the rave?
Do you remember the old beep, 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 beep?
Oh, the dial-up.
I'm showing my age now, so I remember the dial-up. That's how old I am. And I think I remember then going, I think it was probably late 90s, no, probably early noughties in uni. My first ever social media was Bebo.
Were you an MSN user?
Do you know what? I was.
That was my big sort of like entry
Sending
point.
nudges to people.
Yeah, nudges.
Sending nudges.
Wings.
And all the wings. And then Bebo was the big one. So Bebo came in, and I don't know, Bebo was brilliant. It was like your profile was on acid. It was kind of before all the kind of, the Facebook with the profile picture, the cover picture. You literally would have, your walls, and you could put whatever you wanted on your wall. If you remember them, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of like the early Facebook feed, right?
Yeah, it was.
Just that evolution of that stuff is just crazy when you look at where social is now.
Well, did you think back then that would be your job?
Absolutely not.
What were the job prospects at
Bebo stage? I look at people now, and I never studied social media. When I was in university, social media wasn't a thing. I did my postgrad, nothing. Yeah. So I never even expected to kind of have social media as a career. Marketing was, flyers and billboards and TV adverts, radio. It was just a different piece, and to see it kind of evolve over the last couple of years has been pretty crazy, actually. The as I said, when Facebook came, it was just bonkers, and now I think the whole world revolves around it.
Yeah.
We look at it in our campaigns and what we do at GymBox, and it's social first.
Yeah, cool.
So talk us about that. Like, how do you see social? Are you looking at, as you said, everything social first, even when you're talking about billboards and when you're talking about all of the other channels? Is that how you're seeing everything? Because that's what we're telling brands to start thinking about.
Yeah. Look, I think we've got tiny budgets. GymBox, we punch above our weight. We do some really interesting campaigns. We've got great ideas, but we don't have a lot of budget to get the ideas out there. So
how big's the marketing team?
We've only got 4.
Oh wow!
We've only got four in the marketing team. Now we outsource. We work with some great agencies, some freelancers.
Yep.
So we work with an extended team. We pull people in, the experts in social, the experts in PR, and everybody works really closely together. Like what we've got to do is we look at a billboard campaign and we look at actually how do we amplify that on social? Yeah. How do we get that digital reach out there? How do we get talkability?
Yeah.
Because that for us is key.
Of course.
It's about getting it out
sure
there.
It all connects up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've used our role of influencers as well over the years has changed. How influencers came in originally, I was probably quite slow to it, if I'm being honest. I think actually over the years I've realised the value that influencer marketing can have, and it isn't just. It's a two-way piece, right? Like our social media strategy was all around. How do we get our message out there? We had our platform. We were hoping that people would then just come and follow us. Build it and they will come. Yeah. We were ignoring the kind of the role that influencers could play to get the message out to people beyond our audience.
Yeah.
And I think what we've found is I actually believe in a couple of years' time we won't have a social media platform. We'll be using all influencers. Oh, by the way, this is my piece de resistance now. I'm going to put a little bit of beer
That's
in
nice.
the burger.
I was going to say, where I was expecting that to go into the mix.
Well, no, do you know what? I was going to put it in the mix, and, then I was told...
You're freestyling.
Yeah, I'm freestyling a little bit. I'm going to marinate it for a little bit, because
Oh, lovely.
otherwise it won't all stick together.
You do realise we have half an hour? Marinade is kind of out of the question here.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of winging it a bit like most of my social media strategy at times. Just literally, we'll just see what happens. With influencers, I think we've come around to, how can we support our influencers and our strategy, and how do we bring it together for kind of a common goal? Because actually, we need to use these guys more, and our audience, is limited. Only 15% of the population go to a gym. So
really?
it's small when you actually think about it.
You feel like it's so much because it's allowed 15%, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think if you go to a gym, you're on Instagram, you're on social, people know about it, right? You got to post it all. But
Which is where the GymBox model makes so much sense, right? Because when people do post it, it's so recognisable.
it is. And again, we're really, really different to other gyms. That's why we're I wouldn't say we build our gyms for social and Instagram, but actually I think we're coming around the right way of thinking, how do we do these crazy classes that people might want to come to, that no one else can do. And I think that's why we work with influencers so well, because they want to come and do a pole class or a boxing class or Cannabis, which is our kind of hippie yoga kind of weed class. Like we do a lot of this kind of crazy stuff.
And with your influencers that you're using and the people and the creators that you're using, are you getting those people? Are they sort of like regulars now that they're regularly going to post? Are they almost like ambassadors for you, or how are you operating? Is it more that you're getting contact with people that you see that are, showing up on social at the moment? They're doing a lot of stuff, or is it, I've got a set of creators that I know, if I send this class out to these 12 guys, there's a good chance one of them might come down?
Well, this is it. And actually, we cannibalized quite a bit. So we went out originally and we said, let's offer free memberships to some of these people. Turned out they were members, and then we were kind of just basically giving away, so we were actually losing revenue originally when we did it.
Yeah.
So I think actually as time's gone on, we've done two things. A, we've looked at how do we have a kind of a core group of influencers that we have on a day-to-day basis that we can pull in if we've got a new class or a new opening. We have our kind of core group and we bring them down, but actually because we've got the gym world, you've got CrossFitters, you've got yogis, you've got people who like HIIT classes. We actually then, we try and expand to London lifestyle, food, different influences, open us up to different people. So yeah, look, we've had to evolve it. We've had to evolve it because it's been, we were a little bit slow on it, to be honest. We were a little bit slow, but we're catching up. We're changing the plan. Our social is really about, how do we get kind of really clever ideas, really good messages out there. But we've done stuff that costs zero. We did our 4-way collab with Surreal and this Viagra brand.
Yeah, that was
the Daft Punk kind of faster, stronger, harder, better. And it cost us zero. Looked at it on both Instagram, but LinkedIn as well as a channel. Yeah.
More exciting.
We'll add a little bit more beer to it, shall we?
Yeah. If in doubt.
If in doubt,
beer for the burger.
It'll be fine, no problem.
What do you want? Do you like your bread toasted or normal?
Oh, now this is a different. Nobody. You changed the game there. Nobody in any of these episodes gone, what do you like?
Yeah, I know. If you're going to try it, how would you like it?
I'm not a massive fan of the toasted bun.
So I'll leave it for you just like that.
I'll deal with that. Look, he's now rethinking his
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's great. I'm fine with it like
that helped you.
With obviously being a fitness sort of focused brand and what you're doing, but do you ever think about venturing into influencers or creators that are away from that fitness space so you can try
the opposite? Like starting their fitness.
Yeah.
What we do now is we look at, it's like this food stuff, we look at people outside the industry. How do we actually get influencers who are outside of fitness, who look normal, who look like you and me? I know we're very different looking, but like we're all about attitude. It's not about ability.
Exactly.
It's about, you might want to train for an event. You might want to just train so you can eat a pizza and have 6 beers.
I stupidly signed up to a half marathon yesterday.
Well, there you go. There you go.
All right, thank you very much.
What else do I need here?
Oh, this man's going to do a run. Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's getting me back in, or people like me that have been out of it for a while.
People have different motivations, right? Not everyone is this kind of, Amazonian goddess or god.
Exactly.
So what's next for GymBox?
You know what? We've been, with this whole kind of COVID and then, people working from home, I think everyone's now got to this stage where they want to get back into it, and we're trying to tap into that and give people experiences. People want these in real life experiences. So what we're trying to do is, position ourselves as the kind of, the antidote to boring gyms is what we call ourselves. It's where kind of working out should be as fun as going out. That's why we designed these crazy classes and nightclubby kind of feels. And I think what we're trying to do now is just create these ridiculous experiences that people just want to. Look, London is, oh, what the hell, the burger's going off. Like my, there we go, perfect. It's all about how do we position ourselves as a place to be.
Within 2 minutes of what you've got now
right,
on how to position that burger.
Yeah, all right, okay. This is good, I'm okay.
I'm terrified this is all going to fall over just as I plate it up.
I can't get over what's going on here. So this is brilliant in regards to how they're looking, but also there seems to be a severe lack of
health
rush. Well, health definitely, and rush, because I think you've probably got around 30 seconds, not even that.
So this is...
Okay, so burger's going on there.
Yeah,
interesting.
No. So I've done the extra bit for you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's like a little taster menu.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Need a little extra on that one.
Oh my word. This is when you should have bring wooden dowels or something like that.
Leave it alone.
Okay, I've left it alone. You've got 10, 9,
I'm
8,
cool, I'm relaxed.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Away, you're done. That's it.
Yeah.
To the front. We've got one little random piece of burger that's still just
cooking away. Still
you cooking. See that in that camera. It's just broiling away. Like nobody loved me. Nobody plated me.
I need that to be photographed quickly before it falls over.
That's going.
Let's get some pictures. Ooh. Let's tidy up. They look great, and we'll come back with a taste test. Amazing, guys. They look
different.
They're very different in style and how they look, but.
I'm fascinated by this.
They're burgers. They are burgers. I can confirm they both look like burgers.
Yours finish more like a burger than when it started.
Yes.
Ye of little faith.
Yeah,
it's always going to be.
Really did. Talk us through what we've got here.
Right, so I was going for a protein meat beer burger.
Yeah.
So I've got all the, put an egg into the mince.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, just remember, I did the mince by myself.
Yeah. I've got, that's
egg
that's
in the mince, add a little extra protein.
Yeah.
But then doused in beautiful pale ale beer.
Yeah, that was a nice touch.
Yeah, lovely touch.
We've been smart and where I can actually, get a piece and that, like.
Maybe because I wanted to jump the middle.
Pretty good.
I'll tell you what, that's good.
It's actually good.
That's good.
It's cooked. That's always a positive on this show. It's cooked. Cheeses looks beautiful.
It does.
The meat, it looks great. I'm really intrigued by the. Stench.
He hasn't even touched this one yet.
Oh, there's a lot of meat to get through that.
Yeah,
I mean,
look, actually.
You said protein pack. I mean, without a cup of whey powder, I think you pretty much nailed it. Like, that's all it needs in there.
Are you getting any beer?
Any beer in there?
No. I'm not really tasting the beer at the moment. It tastes lovely. It tastes like a good homemade, home-style burger. This is something that's going to fill you up for sure. Based on the look and the presentation, I think you presented it actually pretty well. I'd probably go for around an 8. Technique, I'd probably give you a 7. Taste, do you know what? I'm going to give you a 7 as well.
I'll take that.
It tastes good. Just needs a bit more seasoning.
Yeah.
It needed a bit more salt and pepper in the actual meat itself, but overall, you've got all the flavours there. It's a good burger. Right, so talk me through.
So you've got bun, toasted, bacon, cheese, burger, bun, bacon, cheese, burger, garlic mayo, lettuce.
It's got a good cut there. It's nice and compact. I'd like to get
some black pudding in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you played for the crowd there that you knew I like black pudding, so we'll go for that. That is a big mouth. Oh, okay.
Go on.
Oh!
It's a noisy light.
He's going to need a few minutes before he can comment on that one.
I'm going straight in with the taste. The taste I'd probably put up at around a 9.
Okay.
It tastes. There's so many good flavours going on there. It's really nice. There's a sweetness to it, which is quite. I wasn't expecting what you put in there to make it sweet.
I'm not 100% sure.
But, I don't know. It's a little bit of a sweetness, but I don't know whether Actually, what I might be getting is a meat sweat off the back of this one. That slowly I can't taste. I'm tasting colours maybe. But it looks amazing. Presentation-wise, it's a 9 again. I'm going to give you an 8 for technique now because you didn't make the burgers.
I should have done.
But I do apologise. You have been bested this episode.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry.
rightly so.
But I mean, even it sounds awful, but even with me cutting into that one and then cutting into yours, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the side profiles tell a lot of people, but definitely tell a lot about burgers. That's for sure.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Great chat, great burgers.
A lot of fun.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Serve. These have been the greatest of all time burgers. Please join us for our next episode where we'll be cooking up another storm. See you then.